legs are so tired.
My butt muscles are tired. Like, my butt is sore.
That sounds like prison story.
Well, the bar of soap didn't have a rope on it.
Oh my God. No, I went and played 18 holes of golf today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So my boss like called me up randomly. He's all like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Here at the house." And he goes, "Cool, golf course now. Let's go." I was like, so
Don't gotta ask me twice.
yeah, oh no, not for golf. Like I love playing golf. I suck at it, and I have to like remember how to hit the ball every time I go.
Yeah. Hey.
But
Damn dog.
yeah, she had to get in the episode early.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, did not shoot par, did not shoot bogey, did not shoot double. Like, um, we don't. It's just best if we don't keep score. So yeah, I mean, my boss did fine. Like,
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah, like he does good. But me, I only lost 4 balls, so that's how I know I've improved.
I think he's inviting you just to make himself feel better.
No, I would say probably because like anybody that's actually a good competition was busy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I know I am the last one on the end of the dugout.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. Like I'm that kid that goes in at the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
Like after we're up by 12.
Might as well.
He just got to go stand in right field and hold his glove up.
Yeah.
That was me. So
Out there playing with grass
Mhm.
and picking weeds.
But if I'm a mom, the prettiest dandelion ever. But so, what'd you do this week?
Well, I went on the camping trip we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna go Tuesday to Friday because we were gonna go Wednesday to Friday, but Tuesday was supposed to be the warmest day of the week. So we're like, yeah, we'll go early.
Yeah.
Went Tuesday, super warm, walking around. Me and Emma were the only ones on the beach, so walking around shirtless. It was that hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shorts, no shoes, shirtless, we're good. And we had s'mores, hot dogs, sandwiches, the works, and go to bed that night. It gets down to 30. And we're in there freezing our asses
Wow.
off. And this tent is made for like heat of the summer. It's supposed to be like keeping you cool kind of thing. It was keeping us real cold.
Well, there's no winterized tent that I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah. And so I booked it to the car, grabbed our duffel bag, and we just piled on every bit of clothing we had to stay warm. Next morning, like, yeah, we're going to go home. And it started warming up the next day,
Yeah.
but that night we were supposed to have snow.
Right.
I'm like, I hate Missouri so much. It's like we're in the Sahara Desert, like real hot during the day and freezing cold at night.
Well, it's like on the golf course today, like it was a nice day, but it was just windy as hell.
Yeah.
I can deal with hot, cold, chilly, kind of whatever. Wind, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
So it's hard to play golf, hard to ride motorcycles, hard to do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anything fun, at least.
Yeah.
Then we went home. We did stop at a couple flea markets after it warmed up a little bit in the day.
Yeah.
And I got some movies. She got a record. I got a holster for my pistol. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm glad that you like flea markets. I'll go to a flea market. I like looking around at them just because I like the nostalgia stuff. But I have such a hard time buying anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
We go to any of them.
Yeah. Well, like I'm like, I probably got that somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just can't bring myself to do it. Like I like buying new. So
We go to like flea markets and vintage stores at least once a week, every weekend. And if there's any kind of event in any way for older stuff, we're going to it.
Yeah.
Like there was a 4-state record show that we went to like a month ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And I spent like $100. Like we go to that kind of thing and we spend because it's what we like. We can find stuff that's cheap that we will actually use.
Yeah.
We'll find stuff that's just really fun for our hobby, which is like records, CDs, cassettes, that kind of thing. More or less my hobby, and she kind of took over from it, but it's really fun for us.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't make it to Comic-Con. that Comic-Con thing in Kansas City. I didn't make it.
Why not?
Oh, I had work stuff come up, and
Oh.
so I had to do that. Um, uh, but I've
If
only
you
got
can't go, I don't want none of us to go.
well, I mean, it's another I have to wait another 52 weekends.
Yeah.
I think I've only got 64 left, so we're cutting it close.
Yeah.
So, which I did see a Facebook post where somebody had counted their weekends,
Yeah.
like it was like a meme or something like that. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, hey, that's mine, fuckers.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You could have sparked that.
I know. I should have copyrighted it.
Trademark.
I mean, I could only copyright it for like 17 more weekends, but
Did you know I found something out? Just random piece of trivia I figured out. Kris Jenner
okay.
trademarked the name Momger.
What say it?
Momger.
What the hell does that mean?
Like you're a mom, but you're also their manager. Because like they're his celebrity daughters.
Ma,
Her, I guess, whatever.
talking about Bruce Jenner?
Yeah, get turned into Kris Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Who am I talking? It could be Caitlyn Jenner. I
Yeah.
don't know that one.
Yeah.
Trademarked Momger.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a random piece of trivia I thought was kind of funny.
I mean, I get the mom part. I mean, the only thing you could really add from the manager part would be the anger part. So, yeah, I guess.
Okay, that's it. That's scroll past it. That's
Oh,
all.
just rolling on, rolling
Yeah,
on.
I
Yeah.
don't want to think about it too long.
Anytime you get into the Kardashian shit, I immediately just fucking zone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand that. Um, like, oh my god, they're so hot. I'm like, really?
No.
Like, I mean, I don't look at my 20-ounce plastic bottle of Mountain Dew any kind of way,
Yeah, you
like
do. Yeah, you do.
not like that, like yeah, I personally don't see the hotness.
Yeah.
Now like whenever like the pre plastic surgery stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know.
I do think the one really popular Jenner is hot. I forget her name.
Kim?
Huh? The Kim is Kardashian. Which Jenner? I don't know. One of the most famous Jenner. I think she's pretty hot, but
The most famous Jenner is the dude that's now a girl.
nah. Well, yeah, but not that one.
I know, no.
I don't know the one that's like really really skinny and got like no plastic surgery done except for like lip filler.
Oh, they're all Kardashians.
No, it's like a mix of two families. It's Kardashians and Jenners.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know any of the Jenners outside of Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever it is now.
Yeah.
So, are we past that yet? Like, are we still doing like we have to guess the pronoun deal, or
Nope.
no? We're not past that yet.
I'm past it.
I mean, yeah, I'm past it too, but like, I
Hey,
mean,
it's legally federal law says that there are two genders.
yeah.
I'm only following the law, dude. I'm just trying not to go to jail, you know?
Dude, this is getting ready to turn into like a freaking Gen X country, like so fast.
Yeah.
And I was happy to see on the TikTok that people born in 81 are technically millennials.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
And you were born in 82, right?
81.
Okay.
So technically, I would be a millennial,
Hmm.
but Generation X actually adopted 81. So yeah, like they said they're going to adopt 81, 82, and 83.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, technically you're a millennial, but you were raised by Gen X, and they probably beat the millennial out of us. So as long as you got common sense, you're good.
You're safe.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I've read like two or three different things where like one says 81's millennial, and then the other one says no, actually 81's like in this like middle part to where you don't really belong to Gen X or millennial.
Yeah.
You're like your own like little subsection or whatever. I'm like, this is getting way too complicated. So But yeah, I don't know. I could be
I don't know.
wrong.
I thought of the Caitlyn or the Jenner shit because I was watching Jeopardy and it came up like
Yeah,
what was the name that or what was the thing that such and such trademarked from that show, and it was Momger.
Ballinger. Okay.
Yeah, just move on. What's on the
Yeah,
list, dude?
dude, we need to go copyright a word.
Uh-huh.
We need to go copyright a word.
Copyright a word,
Yeah, it's just a random word like Lucaflopum.
and the definition will be five-fingered alien. Six-fingered alien. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, really, you dropped the ball on that one. On the whole alien with multiple fingers.
How did I drop the ball?
You don't remember that conversation? That was like episode 2.
I remember it was funny. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm all like, "Would you hook up with him?" And you're like, "Nah." I'm like, "Yeah, but think about the hand job." Nah, man, that was the most impactful thing we ever said.
It'd only be like two anyway. That was your little
Yeah.
punchline.
Anyway, you were talking to me about some game or something, and it gave you like a question, like a what if question.
Okay, so there's this game. It's been out forever, but it just came across for me, and I'm like really, really liking it. It's called Stardew Valley, and basically the gist of the game is you're working at this dead end job, and before your grandpa died, he gave you this envelope, and he said, "Do not open it until you're at the hardest point in your life."
Well,
And you're in this dead end job. Everybody else is just brain zombies. You're working in this little cubicle,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, yeah, I need to open it. This is terrible. And you open it, and it says, I've left a farm to you in Stardew Valley. Go pick it up or go pick up the deed and move there. And I saved this for you, kind of thing. And so you go there and you build this farm, and there's little missions and whatnot.
Hmm.
But it sparked the idea of if you could go back and do anything you wanted with your life, what would you have picked?
Like, what do you mean? Like, just like,
Oh wait, never mind. Was that the wrong one? I'm so confused.
I don't know. What is your deal? What are you talking about?
Okay, just roll with it. What were you asking?
Like, you want me to pick like
Like if that happened to you, what would you do?
if I was given a farm?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. What if that
Oh,
happened to you? If you opened it up one day and they're like, "Hey, I gave you this," what would you do with that?
well, so the stipulation was if when I got to the hardest point in my life to
Yeah,
open it.
or I think it was the lowest point.
Uh, I mean, so like the quick, boring answer would be like, I don't think I'd ever open it, because I probably would have just like, eh, life sucks. That's just going to make it either suck more or suck just as much. So what's the point? And I probably never would have opened it. But if I had opened it,
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely go check it out and see if it's even, like conceivable of me like being able to like take on this farm and do that.
Yeah,
But if I was given a farm and I was able to even kind of halfway start on it, yeah, I would totally drop my, you know, office space job,
yeah.
working in a cubicle, every
Well,
day. Like, yeah, I would drop that and go there.
and let me just say the farm. The only thing that you have is the house and a mailbox.
Hmm.
But you have all this property that you can do something with, and
Yeah.
you have basic tools like you have an axe, you have a hoe, you have a pickaxe, you have a fishing pole,
Yeah.
and
Well,
a
I mean,
watering
that's
pail.
that's game stuff. I mean, real life.
Well, let's say you don't have any tractors, you don't have any equipment.
Right, but it depends on how much land you have, and then you can, if it's free and clear to you,
Mm,
see what the value of the land is, and then you borrow against the land to get the money to buy the assets that you need to work the farm.
yeah.
The land pays for a lot more than the machinery that it takes to do it,
Hmm.
because the bank would love to get their hands on it. They hope you default. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's what I would do. Like, I mean, if it was enough ground to where either I could ranch it or crop farm it.
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot of land, like a couple hundred acres.
Yeah, I mean, half a square mile is 320.
Half a square mile.
Is 320 acres.
Okay, this is like a couple thousand then. This is
So
probably like 5 to 10,000 acres.
okay, so yeah, if you got 5-10,000 acres and it's free and clear, yeah, you can borrow against it to make a go at it.
Mhm.
Depending on what the terrain is. I mean,
Well, it's all flat. You got some trees, got some rocks.
yeah,
You know.
I mean, if I hated my job and I was like working in an office cubicle, and all that, yeah, I would definitely just like, peace out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a farmer. Don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what YouTube's for.
I thought like the whole idea of the game and playing it is so much fun. Like
Yeah,
I would have loved to have that just randomly. Just
yeah,
hey, yeah, you have a farm by the way, huh?
yeah,
And then go out there. You're single by yourself. Do whatever you want with it.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it would be great, you know.
Yeah. And
Um,
you live right next to this little village that's got all these nice people, mostly old people,
mhm.
but it's like 10, 15 people in this town that you live in.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
yeah, I mean, in the video game world, yeah, but I mean, like in real life, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have assholes and jealousy and all
Yeah.
kinds of different stuff. So, yeah, real world sucks.
But I don't know if I got it. I I don't know what I would do with it. Like I'm picturing exactly what like the land looks like, all the things that are on it, whatnot. I'd probably just try my best at it, you know?
Yeah.
Like kind of what you said, just take a little loan out, do exactly what I can,
Mm.
and just make it as big as possible till like it can work off of itself,
Right.
where I don't have to do very much, and then I can just retire. All I have to do is like fill the equipment with seeds or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the rest of it
Yeah.
will just automatically do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to it would starting a farm is like going to be the hardest damn thing you'd ever do.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to break ground or you're trying to buy cattle and you don't know how to do any of that. Like
Hmm.
it's hard. It's not really for the weak. But you know, why I don't do it. No, like I don't have enough faith in myself to go out and buy a big crop of land and do all the management things necessary to make a farm work.
Yeah.
I probably could, but I don't have enough faith in myself to do it.
Hmm.
Um, um, I kind of want to circle back to where it looked like we were going before when you asked me about like changing a part of my life. Like,
Okay.
what do you mean by that? Like, what was that? Where was that going?
Well, the thought was like if you could go back and change any part of your life, like what would you change and where would you be at now?
Hmm.
Kind of what I was going for.
So like, at any point in my life, where do I think I would change my life?
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, so it would definitely be my younger years. Because I think the only thing I'd want is, I'd like to be more successful.
Hmm.
Um, Honestly, I think what I would change the most would be my attitude towards schoolwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think I actually, knowing what I know now, I would have like actually like buckled down.
Hmm.
Like, and actually, like I wanted to be a vet whenever I was younger.
Hmm.
I think I should have shot for that. You know,
Yeah.
and actually did my schoolwork and all the things I was supposed to do, and quit being a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
Rambunctious kid. You
Yeah.
know. Um, but if I'd done that, then I mean, I would have gone to college. I never would have been with your mother. You know,
Yeah.
never would have had you.
Hmm.
But if I did change something, I think that's what I would have done. I would have actually done my schoolwork, went to college, and I think I still would have had a good life.
Yeah.
You know, oh, what do you think about that? Like,
What
if
do I
I,
think about for me?
No, like if I would have done that,
I
like,
wouldn't be around.
well, yeah, I know, but
I don't know. It would have been weird, like you being a vet and doing all these things and having this business. And
what do you think I should have? I
do you
mean,
think you should have?
yeah, like knowing that that would erase you, but
Yeah, you should have.
really,
Yeah.
well, I didn't expect that. Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's like I don't know. I'm at like I guess the point in my life where the roles are starting to switch a little bit, where
yeah,
it's like it still is the same for you. Like I'll do anything for my kid,
mhm,
even if it's ruining my life, I'll do it. The roles are starting to switch as like I get a little bit more independent and being an adult as by myself,
mhm,
and you start getting older as the years go on.
mhm,
The roles are switching,
yeah.
where now I'll do anything to make sure they're okay. And I guess that's a mindset I kind of have. Like I would much rather you do like you would have had this amazing life than me be here. I mean, that's everybody should wish that. Every
Um,
kid should wish that for their parents.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine like uh, that world. You know what I mean? Like I can understand it. Like would I have gone off to college? Yes. Would I have probably met someone there? Yes. Would I probably have had gotten married and had kids with them? Yes. You know,
Yeah.
would I be better off financially? Yes. You know,
Mhm.
but no matter how much I, you know, build it up, it still feels hollow. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like you know the relationship that you and me have, and the relationship me and your brother and Daisy and Isaiah and Kaylin and Brooklyn. You know, like I feel fulfilled,
Yeah.
and I don't think I would have like been heart wet. You know, like in my heart fulfilled
Yeah.
if I had gone another route.
Yeah. I mean, definitely possible, but you also don't know because you never did it.
No, I don't know. And, you know, like if I met, you know, somebody in college and had kids with them, then I would be fulfilled in that way. But I can't picture it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just not something I can compute, you know, like I know I'm fulfilled here.
Yeah.
So like if somebody was like trying to make me choose like either change your life and it's going to go better in this way or don't change anything and have your life you have now, you know, I
It
would
was like a
always,
red or blue pill kind of thing.
yeah, I would always default to the now.
Yeah.
You know, because I know what I have. And I know I love what I have.
Okay.
So, but if I didn't have a choice in it, and it was like, well, what choice? Where would you make that choice? That's where I'd make the choice.
Yeah.
So, but then you're gonna what if me?
Mhm.
Turn it on you.
Okay.
You have a baby on the way.
I didn't even get to answer the last one.
What? Oh,
Making it all about you. What the hell?
well, I was getting ready to make it all about you, but all right, then fine. You go ahead. You
Well, you can
answer.
still do that. Just let me answer the last one
All
first.
right, go ahead.
I would have done the exact opposite of you.
What?
I was thinking about it the whole time that you were talking.
Okay.
I
I
would
mean,
have dropped out of school.
You're stuck with me. So,
I would have dropped out of school.
okay.
If I could go back and change a point in my life, and there's like no funny haha bullshit, I really would have dropped out.
Why?
I would have rather committed to a trade. Like, and whenever I was like 16, 17,
Mhm.
I had like a really strong work ethic. Like I was constantly going to work, even when I was in school, summer, whatever. I wish I would have just dropped out, and fed into that, and kept whatever trade I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
Whether it was doing stuff at the farm, we doing mechanic stuff, working at what I do now. I wish I would have committed to something like that instead of going to high school because that would have saved a lot of mistakes. Um, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be in debt. I I don't know, a lot of my whole life would be completely different, but like in bad ways too. Like I wouldn't have the kid on the way.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be with Emma. I wouldn't have all these different experiences that I would have missed out on. But I still, if I could go back, I probably would drop out. And just go work and get a head start in life
Yeah.
on a career. And like, if I would have dropped out whenever I was like 16, 17,
Mhm.
I could probably have a house myself, a house like 25. Like 10 years in one trade, and that's all you do. Don't do anything else.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Like you don't have any personal life. You don't do any relationship shit. You don't have any huge inconveniences financially. You just focus and do that. Probably have a house.
So I've lived that life, like I did drop out. I
Mm-hmm.
committed to a trade, you know, and I mean, I don't know. Like I don't think it's your decision. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Like
would have done it
it's your what if.
respectfully. I would have done it smarter than you.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
I wouldn't go truck driving because I
Mhm.
wouldn't uh, like base my whole commitment and plan around one person's company. I would rather do it on myself. Like I go and do the trade and I get paid for it, and I'll fail for a couple of years until I succeed and be fine.
Right.
And I wouldn't have had any kind of relationships where you had a kid. And now you had this huge financial burden for the next 20 years, you know? I know it's also joy and happiness, but
Mhm.
if on paper, that's what it is.
Yeah, definitely on paper it's a money draw.
Yeah. That would be the changes I would have made to your plan. And I wouldn't pick truck driving.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
dying trade.
eh, they've been saying that for the last 15 years.
Well, now we actually have self-driving trucks, and
Nah.
well, the trucks they have automatic transmissions. You don't have to have all the knowledge you had to
Mhm.
20 years ago. You know, you didn't have to know how to do everything. They have all these roadside people that you don't have to do almost anything now. It depends on the company, of course.
I can feel the temperature rising in Canton right now.
Well, it makes it harder for people doing it the older way. Like,
Well,
I have these trucks, I go and do these things. It's harder for them because there's these big commercial companies that make it stupid easy for their drivers to do anything, and they get all the money and all the deliveries because now it's also the cheapest way.
it's like, you can do all that stuff, have the automatic trucks and all that, but if you don't have the infrastructure to do that, you know, like like um like where I work, we run automatic trucks. We have 3 or 4 trucks go down because it rained
Hmm.
every time it rains, you
Yeah.
know, just because of the way the wiring harnesses and the electricals work and stuff. So you have to have the infrastructure in there where you have these backup machines and stuff like that. And the overhead cost on that is massive,
Hmm.
So in the first bit, you got to have, the solid mechanically sound ones, where you got to have skilled people. And then eventually, yeah, you can work your way into having, you know, this stuff. But I mean, if the goal is to make it simple enough where you don't have skilled people in that position, then you're that's what you're going to get. You get what you pay for.
It seems like you're trying to defend something. I don't know what you're defending.
Um, I guess I started leaning into the like truck driving thing going away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I totally yeah. Good catch though, because I mean I was steering this bitch right off of
Yeah.
subject.
I was like, what's he standing up for?
Yeah,
This seems like one of those rallies nowadays. Like you
yeah,
showed up, you don't know what it's for, but you're like, yeah, sure.
yeah. They had punch and pie.
Yeah.
Um, well, I'm glad you would do it smarter. I mean, but I mean, I set the bow pretty fucking low, or the bar pretty low. So, um, yeah, I don't want to agree with it, like on air. So, like, because I mean, can you get by without a high school diploma? You sure can. I am living proof that you can do that, and several of my classmates are living proof that you can do that.
Mhm.
A lot of them went on to get their GEDs and stuff like that. I did not, but um, I mean, to have what looks more like a cookie cutter life,
Mhm.
to where you have, you you know, you have this much median household income, you have 2.5 kids, you have 2.75 cars, you vacation, 2 weeks out of the year,
Mm-hmm.
for all that, I mean, you're having the high school diploma, you're having a 4-year degree, like you're doing that,
Yeah.
and then you're going to get into one of those jobs where you're like, okay, I'm a fucking drone, where I just do this every day so that way I can go away.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Um, yeah, I don't
I
know.
definitely wouldn't have gone to college. That was
Yeah.
the biggest waste of my life I think I've made so far.
Well, we talked about you going to college quite a bit, and like I didn't want to sway you in one way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion on it was that yeah, college is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
For now, if you have a goal, like you want to be a vet, or you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, like
Well, I
or
was wanting to be a therapist.
right, but like that wasn't like there are people that are passionate about stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you liked psychology and it interested you, but like you weren't like the level of passionate that I would be like, oh yeah, go to college.
Uh, I think most things I would agree with you,
Mhm.
but I don't think I was really given the opportunity to show you how passionate I was about psychology. Like, I
Well,
don't think I had the opportunity to prove myself that I was.
well,
Because I think I was more passionate about psychology than almost anything in my life.
I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Like, I don't want you to think I'm saying something that I'm not,
Okay.
but like whenever somebody is like at the level of passion that I'm talking about,
Mhm.
it's not anything that you're showing me. It's just what you do,
Yeah.
like, you know, like we play video games, right?
Mhm.
Other people don't do that. You know what I mean? Like people that are like focused and passionate about something,
Yeah.
like they want to be a vet. So what are they doing? They're rescuing animals.
Yeah.
That's their hobby. That's their fun time. That's what they do. You know,
Okay.
um, somebody wants to be an engineer. You
Mhm.
know, they're they're constantly building something. They're working on something. They're learning how to fabricate something. They're not like you and me playing video games or watching movies or something like that. I mean, they will from time to time,
Yeah.
but their whole persona is that.
Mhm.
It's like what's his name off Big Bang Theory, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played video games, he read comic books, he done all that stuff. But what was he passionate about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm not saying that you weren't committed to it or that you didn't love psychology. I'm not saying anything like that. Like, I I understand your point on it, but
Okay.
like what I'm talking about, like why you should go to college is like that is your whole persona. That is what you do.
Yeah.
Now if you were sitting there talking to me about Freud all the time and, trying to
Good
marriage
old Sigmund.
yeah, and trying to marriage counsel Sid the dog and Sylvester the cat, if you were trying to work out their differences, I'd be like, you should probably go to college for this or take a pill, one or the other.
I was basically your therapist for like 3 years, but
It was.
like the past 3.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, but
I gave you reasons for why you're doing all those things you were doing.
mhm. Yes, but like whenever you talk to me about stuff, I believe I had some insight on some stuff, and you're like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, old man.
'Cause you didn't.
Hmm. Well, let's go back to what I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Um, so you have a baby on the way. What if you had two? Like, what if you were having twins instead of just one? What would be different?
Uh, Probably would have voted a different way.
Wow, that's what we call in the biz a hot take.
No, I mean, I don't think a whole lot would change. It would just be no. definitely a lot would change. Actually, it's just I don't know. I think it would have to be more of mindsets than anything.
Yeah.
Like mindsets for what our plan is would have to change, and I don't know how well I would handle it either
Yeah.
because I'm already stressed to the sticks with one on the way,
Yeah.
and then like, oh yeah, by the way, you're having two. Like I don't know, I would have a really hard time, but I don't know. I'd probably figure it out eventually. I'd struggle for a long time, freak out for a long
Yeah.
time, and then it'd be fine. But yeah, I don't know. That'd be a hard one.
Yeah. I don't know how I would have reacted to that as a grandpa or as a dad, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you came to me and you're like, "Oh, I'm having twins," I'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, looks like I'm getting a part-time job." Yeah. Not because you wouldn't be able to take care of them or anything like that. It would be a me thing to where, like I gotta be prepared,
Yeah.
so
Well, to turn it on you a little bit,
oh God.
what if you had a kid like today? Like some woman from 9 months ago, showed up your front door,
Uh-huh.
I got this baby for you. I don't want any part of it. It is yours. Here you go.
Uh,
Today. What would you do?
let's start off with, "Bitch, you lying." Like "No habla inglés." Like, um, Adam who? I don't even know him. Um, nah, that was my brother. God, there'd be a mountain of excuses. But I guess legitly, if like somebody would have showed, I mean, I've kind of had that in a way.
What?
So, well, like this girl that I used to know well.
Somebody that I used to know.
Yeah. Um, we had we'll call it an arrangement, right?
Uh,
Well, I hadn't seen her in a while and hadn't talked in a while, and then I seen her in the dollar store
Oh,
one
I remember
day,
this story.
and I was like, I had to count backwards in my head from the last time I saw her, or the last time we had an arrangement,
Mhm.
and I was like, one, two, three. Oh shit, I'm good. So, hey, what's up? How you been? Like, see somebody pregnant. you know, um, God, if somebody just and she doesn't want anything to do with it,
No, like, she walks off, you never see her for the rest of your life.
probably extremely happy at that point. Um, Hmm. Do I know for sure it's mine?
Yeah. Yeah, like, she's got the maternity test, it's got your name on it.
Okay.
She wasn't sure either because it was in a trap house, who knows?
Okay. And like everything is like in legal standing. Like it's not coming back to me at any way of like
Like,
I
she signed over custody to you.
okay.
She is the actual mom, actually signed over custody, fully your kid.
It doesn't really matter. Is it a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Oh, well, takes the excitement down.
Why would it be more exciting if it was a girl?
well, 'cause I don't like I got a boy. Uh,
I'm not a boy.
but you were at one time. Now it's 2025. I don't know whatever you want me to call you. Um,
Man, okay.
that. Well, that you
Alright.
that no, that you are.
Okay, it's a boy, keep
You've
going.
actually turned into a fine young man. So it's a boy. Mom's not in the picture. I have 100% custody.
I'm sad it's not a girl.
Um, no, I mean I'm not sad because it's not a girl. It just
I was making a joke.
it'd be different. I mean, I'd be excited. You know,
You'd be excited?
yeah,
Not the answer I was expecting.
yeah. Well, I mean, what did you like? I don't know this kid. Punt. Like, like
No, I was expecting like a shit.
this bitch empty. Yeet. Like no, I'd actually be excited. I'd be mad. I would be mad at the fact that I wasn't told to where I could prepare.
Mhm.
Like I would want the crib and all that set up. Like, like give me a week at least.
You could have ours, Dad.
Yeah, mine's here first.
Yeah. Shotgun.
But yeah, no, I would be excited. Like, I would, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just, I don't know. I love having kids. So I don't. Now it would come with its own set of challenges.
Yeah, like you're probably gonna be dead before it graduates.
Yeah. Um, and like wouldn't be immediate, but eventually we'd be on the same. Like if they didn't grow up fast, like I mean, we're close to where we'd be on the same diaper schedule. You know.
Yeah, as soon as they're done, you'd be on it.
Yeah, like if it was 40 years later, like we're definitely on the same diaper schedule.
Yeah.
Because dude, whenever I'm 83, I'm not using them. Fuck that.
It's funny you think you're making it to 83.
Oh, I know I'm not. That's why I can say it.
You'll be like legitimately no bullshit. I don't think you'll make it to C70
Um,
because grandpa, like your dad,
yeah,
was in pretty good health most of his life,
yeah.
and
He didn't smoke. He didn't drink.
yeah, and you've done a lot of drinking, you've done a lot of smoking,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of Judy's cheeseburgers,
Mm-hmm.
and he only made it to 76, right?
I don't think he's 76. I think he's 72.
Really?
He's born in 51.
I was almost for sure he was 76.
No, he's born in 51. So 51 to now.
So that's 49 years plus 25 years. That's 60. That's 74. 74.
Yeah, and he's been gone for 2 years, 3 years, 2 or 3.
3 years.
Yeah.
In October, it'll be 3 years. So, yeah, 72. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, does that weird you out that I probably won't make it to 70? If I make it to 63, I'm throwing a party. Like,
uh, no, it doesn't surprise me that much. I've kind of been expecting that just because, like, math for math, grandpa, great health, 72. I was going off 76, but 72. You lived life to the fullest,
at times, yeah.
So
Uh, I mean,
it is kind of weird, but it's expected.
no, I mean, my dad talked about him passing on since my mom died, and that was whenever I was 17.
Yeah.
So like it was always like a something in the back of my mind, because he always, like, he always talked about it, kind of like how I always talk about it. I guess trying to prepare me for the day or whatever, but it didn't matter. Like I was still tore up. And,
Yeah, I remember that day clearly.
yeah.
This is knock on wood. Don't want to speak anything to existence, but
Mhm.
I have always had a feeling that you're not going to die naturally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think I'm gonna go?
I don't know. I know it's not naturally. Like, I know it's going to be some kind of accident. I'm almost for sure it's going to be a car accident
Hmm.
because you drive a lot more than the average person.
I do.
And you've had a couple accidents here and there,
Yeah.
and your luck with all of those, I think, is running out.
I think it's because I'm invulnerable, but
Man of Steel.
I'm low key a superhero.
But no, for some reason I have this feeling that it's going to be some freak accident. I hope not, but
I think it's going to probably be from a scorn lover.
what?
A scorn lover.
Yeah.
Like like I was just too good, you know,
Yeah.
too passionate, you know, took took too much time, and
Yeah.
she just couldn't handle it no more. And she's like, you know what? He's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was, because not only being a superhero, I am the world's greatest lover. So,
I was going to say comedian.
well, no, I wish.
Well, you're proving it.
I do. I would take being a comedian over being a porn star any day.
You would take a comedian over being literally anything any day.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other thing, like, whenever we were talking about, like, passion earlier and everything, like, I like the idea of me being a comedian, and I like comedians, and I've listened to them, and I've studied some of it, but, like, I wasn't passionate about it, So, like, it wasn't people would tell me, like, "You need to be a comedian." I'm like, I'm just funny to people, that know me."
I think, like, the whole multiverse thing, I think in every other universe, you're a comedian
Or a porn star.
or a veterinarian.
It could be a porn star. Um
Now, okay. We've seen your high school photos there, Harry Potter.
Dude, we talked about it, I was so jacked on Mountain Dew. Um,
You look
yeah,
like you had a wand in your ass sometimes.
dude, yeah, like, but, I mean, you're gonna look back at your yearbook and be like, "God, I was such a dork."
No, dude, I was the shit. Like, sophomore year and before, I don't wanna remember. But sophomore year, I got skinny and I got cool.
As your mother once told to me, "I know you like to think so."
I like you, man. You lie a lot.
Right, that's some hurtful shit, isn't it? Um
Hey, I had people wanting to hang out every day. I had at least sophomore year, I had a new girlfriend every week. That's why I had the nickname Sophomore Horror.
Yeah.
That was not a very proudful time.
Yeah, yeah,
But
'cause
I always had someone wanting to hang out. Always was doing something. Was busy, making money. Had friends, throwing parties. I was the shit sophomore year and forward.
so, do you know if you're having a boy or girl yet?
No, we don't.
You're definitely having a girl,
Why?
'cause you were a sophomore whore. So, dude, I'm telling you, man, like, the there's not a lot of things I believe in. I do believe in karma.
Well, it wasn't like I was breaking up with everybody. I was
Right.
getting breaking up with. I had a rebound.
But I'm just
Didn't
saying,
break up with I don't think any of them.
I don't know, like, like, if you were a, quote, unquote, "player,"
Mhm.
then you have girls.
Hmm.
Yeah, because now you have to watch the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have a really strong feeling that it's gonna be a boy. Like, Emma's had dreams about it, I've had dreams about it. Like, in the dream, we have a kid, and in
yeah,
the dream, it's a boy.
yeah. Yeah,
I just have a gut feeling. If I'm wrong, I'm be pissed,
I mean, I'm
but,
gonna be happy either way, you
yeah,
know?
I really hope it's a boy.
I like, if it's a girl, though, like, I mean, I hope she can handle the responsibility of a grandpa. That you and me are both guessing, like, 63 is a long shot at this point, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
So, if I'm 63 and she's 20
Mhm.
and some fuck boy, like, does something to her,
Boy.
yeah, like, I ain't got that much longer to go.
Mhm.
I only got 2 weekends left.
Mhm.
I'm not going alone. Like, me and him will ride the train down there. Like, we'll sit right side by side. Like, I mean,
Hope we're bunkies.
I hope she can understand and appreciate the responsibility of having a, like, contracted hitman. Like
Yeah.
like, "Grandpa, he he did something, or he said something." I'm like,
Boy, he hit me.
"Oh, baby girl." This is why grandpa's got the cane with the sword in it, you know?
Now you need to have the sword with, like, the big 48-inch flintlock pistol in it.
Yeah.
Like a big old elephant gun, but it's hidden in the cane.
Yeah.
Just a blow dart with a trank.
Dude, at 63, I'm not gonna be able to fire a blow dart. Like,
Well, you keep, like, the you keep the keyboard cleaner in your pocket.
yeah, because if I try to do it, it just go just drips out the end.
I'm waiting. I'm so excited for that age that you're gonna be. I've been smoking for 50 years. I'm waiting for that. Like you somehow get like a Boston accent.
I've been smoking 15.
Yeah. And you're gonna have that like electronic thing for your throat that you have to talk with. I've been smoking for 50 years.
Dude, it's so weird getting to that point where, because like when you're younger, you're like, man, I really need to quit this shit because I need to get healthier and this, that, and the other. And I don't want to, da 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 da.
Here I am. I quit.
Right. And then like, but I'm already over that hump on the downhill side. And
Mhm.
it's more like too late now. Damage is done.
Instead of just gravity taking you down the hill, now you're at a full sprint.
Yeah. Like before I didn't go to the doctor because I was too busy or, like there's nothing wrong with me.
Just scared.
Now I just don't want to know. Like I have had this pain in my shoulder for the last 6 months. I ain't talking to any doctor about it because I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's there, but I don't need any more bad news.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you're gonna lose it. Like, well, okay.
I could have lost it on my own.
Yeah, like it's fine. Like, yeah. And what are they really gonna tell me? Like, like, well, yeah, shit wears out sometimes.
I had a you moment this week on
Oh,
Friday.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it was bad. I I went to work, right?
Uh,
And end of the day, I was going around picking up all the paintbrushes so I can go wash them.
mhm.
I bent down to pick a paintbrush up,
Oh God,
back pop.
that
I
starts.
was out for the rest of the day.
Yep.
And yesterday and today, my back has been throbbing.
Hmm.
It feels like I'm getting a knife twisted at all times. And it went down to my hips.
Yeah.
And because I've been like trying to be careful about my hips, now my butt's hurting because my
Mm.
muscles. They're like, hey, why are we not doing nothing?
You gotta do those Kegels, man.
Yeah, I need to get on Pilates or some shit, dude.
Pilates.
Like, it's real though. I bent down and pick up a paintbrush off the ground after I spent the whole day like getting up and down on my knees, painting.
Mhm.
Did much more advanced stuff. Bent down to pick a paintbrush, back popped it out for the rest of the day. I
Uh,
literally that was the last paintbrush. Picked it up. I collected all of them. We went to go wash them, and I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I went and asked Jeremy. I was like, hey, can I swap you out? We're doing something else. Like, I'll do anything. And he's like, yeah, I'll go do it. I'm like, thank you. And it was so bad.
Every time I like bent down to grab a golf ball today,
Yeah.
like I'm like, this could be the one. So luckily it never came. I mean, my back already hurt anyway because of like the work I had to do this week. Like I had like 16 hours shoveling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, one, it probably shouldn't took me 16 hours, but
Hmm.
I was
Well, you
glad.
do only have like 24 weekends left.
Right, but I'm like, I could still do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Barely.
barely. Like golf wasn't helping my back at all today, but
Yeah.
I mean, I play it so rarely. I'm like, fuck it. So, and yeah, Ian, we're gonna go play golf,
Okay.
and you're gonna go too.
Yes, I'll go.
Okay,
I'll come to terms with it.
okay. You're gonna hate it so much.
I like mini golf.
Well, yeah, but it's the getting to the part where mini golf comes into effect.
Yeah.
So,
I like golf carts.
well, I am tired. I ain't got much going on today, so
All
I
right.
think I'm gonna go do some house cleaning and.
Yeah, whatever. You're gonna watch Invincible.
No, that's Jamie watching now. I'm caught up on Invincible.
Me too.
Um,
Nerd out episode.
dude, I'm telling you, like I've been waiting. Like, do you
Gotta
know
talk about
how
it.
much I have quote unquote studied for the nerd out? Like I have finished Daredevil, Invincible. What was the other one? There's another one.
Craven.
Huh?
You watch Craven?
Yes, I watched Craven. There was something else I caught up on Disney Plus just for the nerd out. And I'm trying to get us some more hats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Because I gotta so we gotta do like 5 more podcasts. So we can have the camp out, the nerd out.
All right.
I don't know. I don't want to do the wang out. Um,
We talk about a burnout.
yeah, but I mean, I know that sounds like cars,
Yeah, it is cars.
right? But like,
We got on Facebook Marketplace.
right? But like, you're gonna be talking about cars, and I'm gonna be over here like fucking burnout. That would be funny though. Like, just to look at Facebook Marketplace on there.
Yeah.
We gotta get Jamie to do this editing thing though.
He ain't gonna.
Oh, okay. So we need to find somebody to do the editing thing.
He says he's doing that, but
Well, we'll see. Have faith.
I do have faith.
Okay.
I don't have faith.
Anyway, have a great week, man.